Um, Thank you very much. How are we doing? Sorry that we're a little bit. 30 minutes. That's a lot to apologize. Hope that today is better than yesterday. The arrangement but we'll start off with if we're already behind. So some of the things we talked about yesterday, and someone remind us man this is a newspaper. I'm not using to change the you can this is the one in France. Right. That's that. Yeah, laugh. This has a big signal. Um, so let's just do a quick revision of what we did today. And today we're talking about more into the trend line. And we talk about confirmations, confirmation, and we talk about the confirmations and continuations. So what I wanted us to do is continue from here and delving more. So can someone remind us more about trend lines and the general thing? Please go on. Oh, your side. So there's someone tell us. Ah. Yeah, I'm not thinking that things, what we do is the other. Okay, can someone tell us two things that makes a breakout value? Two things that makes a breakout value.
One is your medium you must see it in beyond by side.
Leave them. None of them said anything sensible. Why you started? Why you started with that? Yeah, go beyond. Where will you be below, above, or above, below? Perfect, perfect. So for a breakout, we can have. No, no, no. Mhm. The breakout rate test is on the cell. Of the trend, back to the trend line. Okay, you mean yeah, both. Thank you very much. Yes, that's very correct. So we said that for a market that is buying, a breakout will only happen below. Why for a market, for that same buying market, a breakout above is not a breakout, it's rather the continuation. And for a market that is selling, what's the logic for that? The breakout is there, the market that is selling. The breakout that is selling, just above, and then with this. Perfect. You ask him. Continuation is perfect. Ah. Don't worry, because we're continuing on what has been done, there's a need to have questions so that everyone will join in what we're saying. So we're saying that if we're having a market in this direction, we're taking this as a first of all, talk about the term of defined in the market. Different things you look out for. We said you should find market that is in the wave, in the trend. It can either be very downtrend or bullish uptrend. And then we said that you can also find breakouts and reaches, you can find ranging markets, you can find price patterns. For ranging markets, it's moving in this range. For trends, it's that this range or above, and then price patterns of different price. Can you even talk about that just a bit? Well, I think that's like a little distinct. People can often go to them. Then we then said, now for the market that is selling, we have the line, we have the Pigista channel that have different line techniques. We use it for mainly the higher time frame swings. Why use normal single trend line for they say they are trend line and trend line. So that single trend line is now the one that's called the full trend line. So we also said that for a market that is selling, actually this market is selling. We first of all said that a breakout and retest is change in trend. Change in the sense that I'm no longer buying. I think it's the buying market. I'm no longer buying. I want to now start to sell it. So it breaks out, retests, and sells. That's from buying moves to sell. That's change in direction. So if assuming and then we analyze the two these figures, two phase actually. And we said that whenever you want to analyze the trend, and the first thing you also do is you go to the higher time frame. D1, MN, 1 week, 4 hours, 1 hour, higher time frame. Time frame, H4 means 4 hours, or H4 means 1 hour. Those are higher time. M30 as our intermediate time frame, M15, M5, M1 as our lower time frame. And yeah, I think that was what we said about time frames. So whenever you want to analyze, the first thing you do is you go to higher time frame to analyze the trade. You start from either the MN, M1, whatever, depending on what the market is giving you. Yeah, for trading view, that is, yeah, you can just use 24 hours there. So we also said that once you start from the higher time frame to analyze, you need to know the trend of each time frame. Yesterday we did something with the jumps. I've forgotten the 71s, and then we said 25%. Perfect. We said at this point of the time frame we came to, you look for the trend of the market. Because if you have a different trend from your higher time frame, let's say that on H4 you're having a buy, and in MN or your confirmation you actually sells, that's not what you should trade. So the two time frames, higher and lower, must agree to the same thing. They must have the same bias. So once you miss the trend of each of the time frame, it's as well as you not getting it. We said that if the higher time frame is actually to buy and the lower time frame is actually to sell, and you really want to take the markets, it's advisable not to take, but you really want to take the markets, that it is better to go for what the higher time frame is telling you. Because that's the general view of the market. That's the thing that will happen most. The lower time frames, people who often trade lower time frames, especially those who scalp, are those who are often stopped out by either takeouts and things like that. Because the direction of the trend is not aligned to them. The higher time frame is the general of every. So today what I wanted us to do was to analyze more on the trend lines, talk about confirmation, talk about continuation. Before we analyze, I'll tell you about confirmation. Now, most of the times when we analyze from the higher time frame, 4 hours and other time frame, most often times you can't take a trade without looking for confirmation. That yesterday we did a trade whereby we found everything from 4 hours, everything was perfect. We were having good listings. But yet I still went to site things to get confirmations to take the trade. So in essence, your confirmation must always be from the lower time frame. Confirmation is the last thing you get before you take a trade. You want to take sniper entry the way I do, confirmations are the most essential. There are some rules to confirmation Peter will tell us about, but confirmations are very important, and you only find it in smaller time frame. So you find that confirmation in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. M30 is not a confirmation, 1 hour is not, 4 hours is not, one is not. Confirmation for every trade is good. Whenever you're done with analysis, that confirmation will be very important. So your confirmation will be from 1 minute, 5 minutes, to 6 minutes. This is like very important for the learners. That's what I'm looking for people to write it. And most of the time, what we use as confirmation, we could use support resistance levels of confirmation. But for sniper entry that I take, breakout and retest are very important for confirmation. And in the breakout and retest, there are some confirmation you wait for a breakout, and there are some you wait for just you wait for breakout and retest. There are some you wait for breakouts and retest, and there's some you wait for breakout and retest. So what am I saying? There's some you wait for breakout and retest, and there's some you wait for just a breakout. Most people will be waiting for a retest, but the retest is not meant to happen, and then because of that, they won't take the trade. That's why we are learning ourselves. So there are ones you wait for a breakout and retest. And there's one you wait for just a breakout. So if your higher time frame, for the one you wait for a breakout and retest, if your higher time frame, like what we did yesterday, where our 4 hours We already had the breakout and retest in 4 hours. When you go to lower time frames for confirmation, you're looking for a breakout and retest as well. Because, how do I explain it? There's a general trend, and there are other confirmation trends. I want to call it confirmation so that it doesn't confuse us. Let's give it another name. Let's call it parallel line. After you've gotten your general trend, I'll show it in the chart though, but just to say it. After you've gotten your general trend from maybe D1, you know the general trend, and then in 4 hours, you now find 4 hours is still higher time frame or 1 hour. You now find a parallel trend line that gives a breakout and retest. When you go to lower time frame, you're looking for a breakout and retest confirmation. Can someone remember that thing we analyzed yesterday? What was it? No, let me explain it here. What was the index you analyzed yesterday? This is it? No, it wasn't the first one I analyzed. Yes, 50 index. Perfect. I'm going to analyze this trade again to show us what I mean by waiting for breakout and retest, and some you just wait for breakout alone. If you don't understand any part, you can always draw me back. So generally, we said to analyze, the first thing is to go to higher time frame. I'm currently in my daily time frame. What's the trend of the market, everyone? It's an uptrend. So we're going to draw a single trend line from the down. So currently as well, what's the next? I said whenever you're drawing, you're continuing from where the trend line stopped. And you're not drawing into it. Apart from the second strategy we're going to talk about, that's the only thing you draw trend lines into it. But generally, for now, you're not drawing through it. You're drawing to the peaks and all. This is currently daily. We're still in the higher time frame. The time frames are very important. So this is how to draw. You don't draw. See, when you're drawing, you don't just look for where the markets. You just draw this. No, there should be reasons. Sorry, there should be reasons why you draw the trend lines. So if I have this, I said something yesterday. Why is this not correct? This is how the trend line should be. But why is it not correct? Anyone? When we were analyzing it yesterday. Okay, let's assume that, 1 minute. Let's assume that I haven't seen this part of the market. Because now there's different from your analyzing market that has already happened. I'm looking at it as this market is, we are currently only live. Let's assume that you haven't seen all this part of the market, that this is just where you are at. How, and then this just happened. This is obviously a breakout and retest. And I think this is correct. So why is this trend line not correct, apart from it not being through the trend, through the candlestick? Perfect, exactly. The breakout is at the same support and resistance with the other thing. Yes.
What are you saying? It's zone.
It's a zone, yes, a zone. So because of that, we shift it down. So I'm doing this, right? So what's the next place to draw the trend line from? So now it will require us to go to a lower time frame. Yes, perfect. So now I come here. Now remember, the trend line, the trend is very important. What we've been having since is a buy. So you should have that in mind as well. What we've been having since is a buy. So I'm drawing like this. We said because of the second strategy, this is how it's meant to be like. But we're still going to leave it like this. So what's having this now? So what's the next thing to do now? We're still in 4 hours, so you should know the time frame. What's the next thing to do? I think there are people at the back that can't see. Yeah, please, can you? Because there are people at the back that can't see. So now we're still looking for a buy. We're still looking for a buy. So the next thing to do now to confirm, because let's assume we're just at this part of the market and we'll say, I want to take this trade. We've had the higher time frame D1 buy. We've had the higher time frame 4 hours buy. Now to confirm that the buy is ready, there is already a sell, a little sell happening. In 30 minutes, if you go there, you just be seeing a sell, right? But in the general trend is a buy. So now we have to first of all confirm that this sell is done before we could take our next buy. Because two things could happen here. It could go beyond this retest and then of course start selling, or it could buy above. To confirm that, a trend line needs to be drawn here. Now this trend line that is needed to be drawn here is what's important. That's because that's where our trade is going to take, that's where we're getting our trade from. This is where we're going. Let's assume that this is the market where we are the market. So this is where we're getting our trade from. So this trend line is important. That's what I'm calling the parallel trend line. You get it? So the time frame where I'm drawing the parallel trend line is what determines whether I'm getting a breakout and retest as confirmation or just a breakout alone. So if when I'm getting this, my parallel trend line is in the 4 hours or the higher time frame. When I go to lower time frame for confirmation, I'm waiting for breakout and retest. But if where I'm getting my parallel trend line is on the lower time frame, there's no need waiting for another retest. You are just waiting for only a break, because like I said, confirmation is from the lower time frame, and you're having that same parallel line from the lower time frame. No need for a retest, just a break. But for this particular one, let me draw it. Exactly. Exactly. You just need a. Sorry. Yes. 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 So I said, so I said, first of all, we've already done a lot of things from the higher time frame, which have all been giving us a signal for a buy. Then I said, if assuming this is the point of the market that we were at, and we want to take a trade. So this trend line of the let's take that trade is what I'm calling the parallel trend line. So now where I'm drawing the parallel trend line is what will determine whether the confirmation, which is a lower time frame thing, is going to need a breakout and retest or just a break. This is currently 4 hours. And me drawing the parallel trend line like this in the 4 hours time frame, higher time frame. So when I get lower for confirmation, I need a breakout and a retest. But if I'm drawing this parallel trend line from the lower time frame, 15 minutes or 5 minutes, when you go for your confirmation, you are only looking for a breakout. Why? Because the parallel trend line is in the same lower time frame as your confirmation. So that's it, yeah? So for this particular one now, again from yesterday, why is this not correct? Exactly. Is this the breakout? This is the breakout, right? This one, yeah? This one? This one? Perfect. So that's the breakout. So there'll be need to, of course, take it. Where do you take it to? You take it to where the breakout happened. Yeah. So now, even when we did it there, the line, it was still the same with it. That's why we're pushing it. Exactly. And now we're having it like this. Now, this is us having a trade like this. And we're telling ourselves, okay, this market is going to buy. Now you have a buy confirmation from a parallel trend line from the higher time frame. What I'm teaching is for you to get that sniper entry. Because you could take a trade here, look at just candlesticks. This is 4 hours. So you know what 4 hours mean. One candlestick in 4 hours. So a retracement could happen in between here. That even though it happened in between here, this trend line will still be very valid. So we're trying to mitigate that. We're trying to get sniper entries with it. So to get that sniper entry with it, you're thinking of the confirmation from the lower time frame, which will bring us to going to lower time frame to find those confirmations. So yesterday, I drew this thing here so that we will know where we're getting at, because this market has happened a long time ago. This block thing here. So now I'm looking for that block to get my confirmation. Now, because yes, this is 5 minutes, confirmation is always from the lower time frame. That's why we moved immediately to the lower time frame. Now, because the parallel trend line is because this is already, I don't think I'll see it as clear as this in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, but today is different.
Yeah, let's draw it first. So now we've drawn this. Yeah. If there was just a break there, we wouldn't take the trade. Waiting for a breakout and retest because the parallel trend line is from the higher time frame. You can't obviously get it in 1 minute. I doubt. Because the market has happened a long time. So in 1 minute, you'd see that there was a break there, and then this candlestick here is the retest. Now see how good that is for us. This is 5 minutes. This is where the retest happened. This is, you can see that point here. Because it's lower time frame, even though this market went below a bit after I bought, because obviously I wouldn't have closed here except from higher time frame. Obviously, I wouldn't have closed there because the market has more probably more this not buying. What was I showing before? My point is, what that helps you do is it helps you get that point of the market where the market start buying immediately. You understand? Now, for those ones where you just wait for a break, you're still using the two method thing. But now the difference, because now we're talking about a breakout, the difference is that for that one, the breakout, even though it's a confirmation from lower time frame, the breakout must be beyond the 1 minute and 5 minutes. The breakout must be beyond the 1 minute and 5 minutes. But now the second part that said that the breakout should not be at a support or resistance level or a zone, that will only count for the previous zone of the market, not the other ones. I don't know if you understand. Let's get it. Well, so what we said, first of all, before I talk about that, for a breakout and retests, the communication, the communication, the confirmation of a breakout and retests, the parallel trend line has to be where? At the higher time frame. While for just a breakout, the parallel trend line, which is the main trend line, is at the lower time frame. This is very important in what we're going to do more because we'll see a lot of breakouts and retests in our confirmation something. If your parallel trend line is at the higher time frame, your breakout and retest, you're waiting for a breakout and retest. If your confirmation, if your parallel trend line is at a lower time frame, you're waiting for just a breakout. And then we said, now talking about this part, this breakout of a lower time frame. Now, because you are not expecting a retest, it's the breakout that you're going for, and you still want to get sniper entry with it. How do you know the market will not retrace and all? That's what I was explaining. First of all, that breakout must be seen, like I said, beyond the 1 minute and 5 minutes. There are two rules for breakout: beyond the 1 minute and 5 minutes, and then the other one is that it shouldn't be at the support or resistance zone or anything. But then yesterday, let me finish. Sorry. Yesterday, I said that it is at the support or resistance zone of any of the previous, if it's for a market that is buying, higher highs, higher lows for a breakout like this. Let me explain. So I said, assuming this is a market that is buying, just a recap of yesterday, and we're having this, and we're having this. I said if there's a breakout, and that breakout is here, breakout, not breakout, breakout alone, and then it goes to retest from here, there is not a breakout, right? Then I said if the breakout is all the way to this place as well, and then it retests from here, it's still not a breakout. And I said as well, if the breakout is here and then starts to retest from here, because of this, it's going to break out. Yeah. Not a fake out, not a continuation. Yes. So what I'm saying in essence now, for just the breakout of a lower time frame, that's this particular one. The only thing you're interested in is in this part. Once that breakout happens beyond this, you can take. You don't go waiting for it to pass this side. You don't go waiting for it to pass this side. Yes, exactly.
At this point,
Okay. So we're just talking about this. So it's just a breakout now, no, not breakout time return. Yes, you see it beyond 1 minute, 5 minutes. You see it beyond the last. Yes, exactly. Any question? Please go on.
on lower time frame, breakout, you are not looking for breakout and reverse. For breakout,
If the parallel line of the yes, go on. True. Yes.
the last low. What would you say?
We said we are talking about this. We first of all said that for the if the part is from the low time frame, there's for breakout and retest, just a break. So we now said that the two rules I gave for just for breakout and retest is before yesterday is you can see beyond 1 minute and 5 minutes. But then I said if that breakout happens here at the same line with this and goes for a retest, is not, is invalid. If it goes beyond this and is in the same line with this, is invalid. The same with this, in the same line with this, it is invalid. But for this particular one that you're putting for just the breakout alone, or confirmation, oh, the only part you're interested in is in this. If it goes beyond this, yes, it's valid. You don't have to wait for this or this. That's what I'm saying. Yes. And it's seen beyond 1 minute and 5 minutes, yes. Exactly. So you understand? I want us to analyze the trade to see. Please go. We're talking about reasons why you wait for breakout and return. This for this one, you're waiting for a breakout and retest for the parallels and any other question? We're good? If the parallel line is from you must analyze jump 100 index. Your higher time frame should start from D1. Jump 100 index. So if you didn't come with anything to analyze, phone, laptop, please go on. I want us to perfect the trend line thing before we go to models. I'll move around to see how you're drawing your trend line. So you have your laptop, you're with your phone. Phone, laptop, whatever, iPad, anything, it works. Mm. Ah, you don't lose money. You don't lose money. You're now.
No, you know, I see floating, I just run away.
I don't really. What's that? You go to properties before you enter the trade. You go to the properties before you enter to see if it's very volatile.
Something like I always look at this.
Mm. So the market is that so.
What do they mean?
This
Like
one,
also,
I don't get mine. I don't get that in mine.
you don't have that.
In my own distance. They just show me my bid and.
These things.
Uh-uh.
You know, in that you
Oh, let's just move on. Because I don't get this part in my own. Jump, jump 100 index. Synthetic.
See what I mean? Look at the spread here. It's
Uh,
77.
okay.
So when you go back, you see it now.
Yes. Yes.
See it.
Mm.
But when you go to jump, for example, like that jump, let's
There's no lighting floating. Mm. I really don't know what it means.
sorry,
Straight like that. Yes. There's no. They are pairs. They're just pairs. Yes. So if you're done, you can just raise up and come see yours. Perfect. Analyze jump 100 index. No, I moved through here.
Like, how to drive,
Okay, yeah. Do you want to open yours now? Wow.
from the room of the options and like whatever.
So you can, if you can try open now, you can call whenever you have a problem with. You know, there's CFD and this. You can just yeah, sure.
What
Sorry, 1 minute.
one supposed to when you are choosing? Um, ahead. So is it supposed to be
You've created the demo
multipliers or
CFDs. Yes.
CFDs?
Yes. This demo, you've not had the demo yet, so you first of all have a demo before the real. You'd have first of all have a CFD demo and then for it.
What I was
Yes, please.
want to ask,
So
like you open your like the first part of the trade is a downtrend. Before you started the analysis. To analyze the first part, which is a downtrend, before you go for your trend.
let's assume it's this trade now. And for this now, the one now, and for this particular one, is going to show you the general. So you first of all go to a higher one. So now see is it a buy or sell at first? So I often advise people that they should analyze the trade when the class is on, so that if there's a mistake, they'll be corrected. If not, you'll be analyzing at home and you'll be doing mistakes you won't know. That's why I said now when you are if yours is like this and you're on your T1, just zoom in a bit. I don't know why it's not zoom. How do you zoom in? Zoom in. Yes.
oh,
Because I want you to it's exactly here. I think yours is too small. Just small. There's when you start from here. Please.
I think my mistake is
Okay, those that are in trading view are having this. Okay, let's see. How do you do? Okay, no. So in your H4, try and zoom in. Okay. I'm zooming in. How do I zoom in your own? Just the MetaTrader 5 itself. Yes, this is zoom. Perfect. This is where I want you to start. Yes,
already.
exactly. That's where I want to start from the analysis. So now, even though you've drawn this, what's the trend you're seeing now? Zoom from the down as well. Obviously, seems enough. Yes, please.
this
So while we're analyzing here, can we go? Can I see those people in the down this thing? Let me just see them. Come back. Let me see what they are doing as well. Audio. You will stop. No, I don't need to talk now. No, I want to see people in the down. 1 minute. Did you point to me? So, perfect. And all the more complaining service. My cousin has to pick up your voice somewhere, and these people really don't can't wait. At the back. Which microphone? Okay. This is the sessions. Everyone. So let me just see what we've done here.
That's a great paradigm.
Yes, please. Because now, yes. So now you're forcing the retest. Uh-huh. You know that person? The lady, you done? Yours is very good. Ah, I don't give you compliment. They will come again.
Guys, yeah, that.
No, 1 minute. So what's next after this?
Is this height and
What's the listen? Okay, you're waiting for it. And then where will your confirmation be from?
I will go down to one. To check if there's any existing trend in there.
Mm-hmm. Now, the pilot that we talked about, is it in this chart yet? Okay.
Sometimes it's for real money.
No, it's not, because it's not to this, not to this. Okay. It's not. So that's a good one.
That's the parallel line there.
No, to this one, and it's not to this one. We're looking at the closest to it, the other trend that happened before. But yours is good. Who else has done? So in yours now, D1, there's a reason I asked we start from that. So just draw this first lesson. Can someone spot a fake out in the drawing? Let me see yours. Let me see yours. So yours is good, but you'd have to draw the trend lines. It should start from the other trend I stopped at before. So it come from here, not just there. Yes, exactly. The interpretations are is also very important. I'm seeing it out now, so like this. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. Exactly. Yes, sir. Huh? So let's assume that you delete this one. Let's assume that this one is not correct. So, correct. Can you delete? Okay. So now draw one that will just be for this. Draw one that will just be for that. Now the parallel line we talked about, have you drawn it? Is it clear? That's parallel line we talked about. That's the main distance for the way you work within that trend. A parallel line that's determined that we're looking for a breakout and retest. Okay, don't worry. Just
But it's now looking like if I take it to the if I draw my trend line from this higher this top place or nothing else so different because of two peaks. It would be as if there's a breakout already, a fake out or something, I don't know.
so what makes this one not correct? This breakout. What makes it not correct?
And because also it got to
Exactly.
resistance.
So we raise it up
So
like
we
that.
raise it up. Okay.
Yes, perfect. So now the next thing is you'd have to draw one that moves from here. And I think this part is not correct. The trend line there, so D1. There's a reason I saw stuff from D1, a general trend. I can choose this. But if you do, because something is off. Starts. Okay, try and draw something that runs from here to. Yes.
Touch this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So D. So this is a demo region. So now you go to open a real one. You press here. I think they should get camera so that while I'm doing it, they will. Oh, yes. Can you get camera to this side? Go to real, and then get the delivery. You first open the demo. Which USD is often better, and then you now put verification details in that. Yes, exactly. I don't think he would need to connect for the demo. No, you don't. You don't. Yeah, that. If you do this, very good to me. So you can just open a demo account, just put in information and just open demo. So let's see. Perfect. But the trend line there, go back to that side again. The trend line there should come like this. If you draw it like this, you see a fake out. And then down is correct, but this one is not. Then you go to other time frames to find other things. How minutes? Tell one of them to do a picture, a video. Well, yes. Meant to start from here, but yeah, you don't have. So let's assume you do the trend line like this. So comes that is actually a breakout. Which but then the breakout is done. This is 4 hours, and then it came back in. So this here is not valid. You will now take it up like this. Now find other time frames to confirm this. So your H4, your H1. Perfect. Good. You see now, it's one thing, but every other thing is very good. But it's good. Now this part that you drew here, why did you do it like that? Draw it to where the market is currently at. Draw, let's see. Because now, if that thing you drew now, no, not here. You're looking at this part first. Yes, look at that part first. Then you see this. Then you move it. I want you to know why you're moving. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Go. You're seeing a sell. So you're waiting for a retest there, and not the other buy you were looking at. So now yours is correct. Same thing with him. You don't draw the trend line to where the market is currently at. Is wrong because that's where the market is at. You draw it to this part. Try and draw that part to this part. This one. Just something is wrong. Yeah, this one exactly. But then you had a fake out here. So you move it down to this. Yes. So before you were seeing a buy, and now you're seeing a retest. Once there's a retest, you'd sell.
Doctor, this time now.
Anyone here? Go on.
Well, the details, but here is saying the data to sell. What's the value of it?
At this part is that this is wrong. Where did you draw it from? Where did you draw the part of trend line from? Let me just see where you drew it from.
Okay.
This one.
It's but from the weekly.
You draw it to that part, not to this one. Every other thing is good. Sorry, let me pass.
So
Now you're having this correct, but then
okay.
yes, perfect. Perfect. This is correct, but then you'd move it. You move this part down here, and this one like this. Because even though it was correct like this before, but it's now invalid because it has.
Maybe this can stand as a paradigm.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Yes, just correct.
Okay.
Just is good. Just probably, but is there a reason you drew this part? So you confirmation when you're done with the higher time frame. So if the higher time frame is not any anything yet, you don't look for confirmations. Every other thing is good, but this part is not yet to be there yet. Perfect. But is there a reason why you don't draw markets to where the market is currently at? You don't draw markets to where the market is currently at. That's where the market is at now. So draw it first of all to this. Yes. Yes. No, this yours is perfect like this. Exactly. That's it. So last one. Perfect. Yours is perfect. Is the pair that we talked about, is it currently showing on yours?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Yours is very good. So good. So let's continue. Good. Hi. Guys, can we continue, please? So most of us had this. Most of us had this. There are some corrections I'd make, which I believe was general to everybody. But the first thing I asked is the parallel line, which was why I choose this. The parallel line we talked about, because for confirmations, there are some confirmations that need breakouts and retests, and there are some confirmations that just need a breakout. So the parallel line we talked about is currently showing on this chart. That's the parallel line that determines whether we are waiting for just a breakout and retest or just a break. Is it currently showing on this chart? Anyone? This is daily time frame. Still higher time. Is it currently showing? We are saying yes. No. So sure. On this chart, the primary head that determines whether we're having a breakout or retest, is it currently showing on the charts? It's not, right? It's not, right? It's showing. Where is it? That should go. This one? This one? Eh. Yes. And we're looking for, when we get to the point of the retest, we're looking for confirmation, confirm that retest. So before you can look for confirmations, confirm that retest, something gave you the need to say there's a retest. That thing that gave you that need is that parallel line. So the parallel line is currently showing is this line here. Do you understand? Even on D when you see something. It's a buying market. That just broke out. Yes, this thing. You see a selling. Yes, that's why we're looking for a sell, not a buy.
Now it's a buying market, right?
Now we're looking for a sell. Say there's a retest. We're looking for a sell, not a buy. Yes. Yes. The trend is buy. Is it?
No, not sell. Overall, it sells. Big picture. So,
Yes. But do you understand the logic behind the parallel market? Which retest is the You can see beyond 1 minute and 5 minutes.
Why is we have such a this line? Okay, this one is because we can break out there.
Yes.
That's right.
We are the reason why we are going to trade this trade is because of the retest. Same line. Yes. That's why it's that parallel. If you don't have a particular, you don't have a specific question, you just ask it overall.
sorry, sir. There was this one song or you don't for the current.
Okay, good. Let me show. Let me answer your question. Hi. So there's a question. There's a question. He said, if he said if there's a support this thing around this area, is this breakout valid? If there was a support around this area, maybe there was something that happened around here. Is it valid? Is the breakout still valid if there was a support around this area? Is it still valid? Is it still valid? It's no longer valid, right? It's not valid. No, I'm asking, I'm not saying. No, you know there are two rules to breakouts. Beyond 1 minute and 5 minutes. So, but the thing I said about the rules is the support or resistance zone you are looking at is to this, not to the things that happen there. So if it's happening here, it's not a business. It's valid. It's this one. If it maybe you got here, you say it's no, or this part. But if it's happening at this area, it's not a business. So we do yeah.
One question.
You will.
Can one counter trend this market?
It's not advisable. Unless there's a retest there. I can't say retest.
You just have to patiently wait for it to come.
Yes. Do you understand the prior line something? Do you understand the prior line something?
That's
Right. Actually, that's the high time frame one. Let's get a prior line in the 10 is volatility 10 is. Yes. Volatility 10 is. Analyze volatility 10 is. Just show me the prior line thing. No, show me everything, but I'll ask if there's a prior line to it. But let's see. Volatility 10 is. So while we're at it, let me look at the one of the people downstairs to see if they also get it. I want all of us to follow. Yes. Yeah, we analyze the volatility 10 is. Sorry, let me first. It's been cut before. It's been cut before. And what okay? There was this line. So we're looking at that to resist to say that or not. It's bad. Perfect. Was it maybe time when I'm supposed to? Yeah, it is. And that trend line from you know how to continue what's happening. That's can come my sugar. Continue from what's happening from here up. Yes, perfect. So we'll do it. So I want you to answer this. Mm-hmm. Go up. So while you're drawing to correct step down and it's not so you are drawn to that part as well. Exactly. So now you're having you say that there are two things one should look out for in a breakout. The breakout is beyond the 1 minute and 5 minutes time frame. And if it is not at a support, it will happen exactly more quickly. That's the question. All those ones. You get
How do you draw your support?
like if I just it's valid because at that point you stop. But if it was above or below and you can see beyond the 1 minute and 5 minutes time frame, then it's valid. So yeah. This one. Is everything fine? With
This is also
this is from the 100.
yeah, listen.
Can you go to a higher time frame?
Okay.
Is not good. Okay, it is. It is. So perfect. But you'd have to draw this below this.
Is this not fake arts?
Exactly. That's why you have to respect it for this particular one. The market has already moved. It's no longer value like that. Perfect. This one as well, you move it above this. It's in the same line with this. You heard when we talked about what makes a breakout not a breakout. The things that we need for a breakout to be a breakout. First is in the 1 minute and 5. And then it's not at a support or resistance zone. So this one was that's what we took. That's what we took in there. So now the question: did you hear what we talked about parallel lines? Are you just coming on?
Yes. Okay.
The videos because
The
I can.
network has been bad there, that is right.
Yes, it's online.
It's online.
Yes. We're good. Yes. Let me put this on. Sorry. Yes. 1 minute. Sir. Let's quickly see what we have. So this one here is not correct. Just going through it. This one as well is not correct. This is not correct as well. And this one as well. I'll draw it so that you will see. But it's not really correct. I'll draw it so that you see. You drew it from. There has to be a place where it's coming from. Yes, like yours now is good. Though from the higher time frame, you can draw it all the way. From the higher time frame, you still see there's some. Yeah, but yours is not bad. Good. But now, is there a reason why you drew it to where the market is currently at? Is there a reason why you drew it currently? Did you? Where is it? The trend lines is okay. Sorry, I was scared. There was one that was here. That one, if it comes back, you'd move it. Yes, it should go to this place. Yes, yes. Leave it like this. The other way is good though, but there's a reason why I said we should go in. So where is this one now? This is the D1, right? Let's see. Now, one should be from here, but okay, assuming that your D1 is good. Okay, it's not bad though. From here as well, oh. Can you draw from here as well, please? If it's not just trend lines we're drawing, we know why we're drawing it. Perfect. It's good. Mm. So trend lines must come from something. So this one, it has to come from something. It's not coming from something. This one, it has like is a sequence. The last place where it stopped is where it moves from. So this and this. 1 minute, sorry. So yours is not bad, but this one is correct. This one here that went like this is not correct, but every other one is correct. Yes, yours is good. So what's the channel for? So that you buy? This is the 10 is. This is correct as well. Yours is correct. Yes. I can't hear you very well.
My trend line is giving me difficult to do, but I don't like and explain what I actually do. I do this first one daily and I try to do it before so 24 hours time frame.
You're very correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Taking the part of it.
Yes.
This one is
Perfect. Good. So is there a reason for this?
so this one is a main parallel one. Parallel.
Good.
So
One. There's one remaining.
no,
You smart moments. Inform. So moving from here to here.
not just greatness.
And then you go to the routine. There's another one you draw from that end part. Assuming, because I've not seen the other part, but assuming this is correct, this should start from this. The trend line should start from where the other one stopped. So you have influence. Yes, but draw this part, reduce it to one. This is correct. Yours is correct. Yes, yours is correct. So before I analyze it, so let's try to do the V100 ones together. First of all, can we see the parallel lines in it? Yes. I've not even analyzed. I just want to ask, did you see the parallel line in yours when you were trying to analyze? Okay. So I'll use it to introduce the second strategy, which we'll do tomorrow, but I'll use it to introduce it. We're having this. than this. Then you go to H4. So you're continuing from where the trend line stopped. You're doing this. So most people drew like this, which is very correct. But there's a reason I drew like this. I'll see tell us. But are we seeing the parallel trend line? Are we seeing the parallel line here? Where is it? This one. Do we agree with him? He said that this one is the parallel trend line. Is it this or this one? Is this one now? Is this one? Which one is?
Yeah, explain. Come and explain.
Yeah, it's not.
So tired, and this is like another thing. Why is this trend line not correct? There's a reason why this trend line is not correct. Anyone?
Correct.
Yes. This one.
Which of them?
This one that we drew here.
Who drew
I do. Even this now the site is right. But it's actually good. Yeah, it's a confirmation trend line. Yeah, it's a confirmation trend line. But why is it not correct?
I'm sorry.
Straight, slanted, is blocking the current bias. How?
What time frame is
We do it in 15 minutes. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Trend line is correct, right? So this is a confirmation trend line. 15 minutes. You can't draw confirmation trend lines until there's a higher time person telling you that the buy is still happening. It's not against the trend. But before you have to confirm for something. If that thing is not there, what are you confirming for? That's why it's not correct. So let me explain that part. Now we have all the trend lines drawn. What's the higher time frame telling us? Let's assume that we were here at this market, because you drawing this trend line means that you believe that the market will break out here and then retest, and you're meant to buy from that trend line. So what's the higher time frame thing telling you that this buy is still buying? Because you'd have to find the higher time frame first before you start talking of the confirmation of what you found.
I think this is not
So we have a confirmation trend line, right? Drawn from the 5-15 minutes, lower time frame. Very good. I'm saying before you confirm something, there must be something from the higher time frame telling you that that buy is still on. So 1 minute. So we're saying that here at this part of the market, here, for me to have drawn this line, let me go to 15 minutes first. For me to have drawn this line, I believe that, okay, this market is buying. So a breakout of this and a retest to this trend line, I should buy immediately. That's what it means. A breakout of this and a retest to this trend line, I should buy immediately, right? So what's the higher time frame that's telling me that the buy is happening already? Yes. Check this. This is top. Look.
I think because I think you guys all are I think it's because there's a big beyond the M1 and
So say What I'm saying in essence is the confirmation there is not correct. This is what brings us to the second strategy that I'm talk about. You're not meant to draw the confirmation unless there's no higher time frame telling you that the buy is. If this has reached this trend line, you now start saying, okay, there's need for confirmation, or there was maybe a zone here or something. You'd say there's this thing, but currently you're having nothing. So you can't draw confirmation without time frame. No, it's not. There's no where's the zone you're seeing. This is not. It's good though, but it's not meant to be drawn yet. It's not needed. Nothing with respect to it.
Can buy from there. I also bring that first.
Bring this one. Yes, if you have a confirmation, this you can buy from there. Yes. If it has bought, if it had bought from here and then broken out of there, yes, you can have a higher time. This will be the higher time. This will now be the parallel trend line we're talking about. That's the action.
Yeah, so we're talking about how do we do this trend lines? Kind of like stress.
But you understand why? Do you understand my reason? If this trend line was here, if this market sold and got to this point, let's assume it didn't sell beyond this. It got to this point. Yes. And then bought here, bought above, there'll be need to draw this confirmation because you're confirming that it's happening. What are you confirming here that the market has? There's nothing. Yes. When the market, there'll be a need to confirm and then start buying. Do you understand? So that's why the confirmation. Yes. That brings us to the second strategy. The second strategy, which we'll continue tomorrow. I'm tired. The second strategy is that in situations whereby you have a fake out, is a way for you to trade fake outs. Let's assume we are here and then there was a fake out. Now, there's difference from a fake out and an invalid breakout. If this market was to this same level with this, assuming, if this market was to this same level with this and then start buying up, is a fake breakout. What I'm talking about is a fake out that it respected our two breakout theories beyond 1 minute, 5 minutes, and below or above the support trend line. So let's assume it was below this. But even though it was below this, instead of it to retest, it entered back into the trend line. Our strategy for fake out, this is a fake out, not a fake breakout. This one is a fake out. This particular one now is a fake out. Let me try and write it. This particular one is a fake out. So we're saying now, if such a thing happens, the strategy says you wait for the same movement that happened to come back to this same trend line, like this, and then you buy.
How that is supposed to be though?
Buy it on the timelines.
Yes.
Buy for what? But resist. So why not do that stuff like that?
You know whatever happened.
And Scott was just get an exit.
So we go continue from that part tomorrow. For the fake out, tomorrow. So we're talking about the second and the third one tomorrow. Any question with the parallel line, something and confirmation?
So not big question. Just about in an object, those trend lines are being true to confirm that
So,
those lines are basic purpose. Those are the parallel lines.
no, the part is just a name we gave it to. Now, for this trade, this is it. So what we're expecting is for this market to get back here, like this, to this particular place. Using that discourse. Now, this is the fake out. You should get back here and then buy.
Get back to that.
So here, this one is the parallel line. For the fake outs, we don't look for confirmations, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you very much. Chief. Of course.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All good, man. Done. Yes. What? You have not been taking pictures. You've not? I still don't think people are still doing. I think people